looked at a Harvard study. They talked about a flea in a jar. If you go ahead and put a flea born in a jar and it goes at a leak, it can only jump up to the ceiling. And if it always thinks the ceiling's there, they open the jar up, let the flea loose. The rest of its life, it could only jump the size of that jar. He doesn't know his own ceiling. How do you go ahead and teach that? If you go ahead and make excuses or have a crutch, you won't grow.
Yo, we're futuristic, man. We're talking AI with Doviglio Pagnoni from Providence. Did you start out in the call center or how'd you grow?
I went from college, I played college football. I ended up managing a pig farm. Moved on, I said I'm gonna start my own business. Tried to figure out digital marketing. As I'm trying to figure that all out, I run into Sean in the elevator. He's like, bro, you gotta come check out marketing, what I do. That's how I got started into the business.
I was amazed. You guys are doing some really cool stuff. You're requiring the call center agents to do a certain amount of time per day on AI, right?
What we're really trying to do is really teach our admin. Hey, teach the AI how you do your job. Teach it to go ahead and help you. A lot of people are scared of it, thinking, hey, look, the AI is gonna go ahead and take my job. And I'm like, hey, no, you're here to stay. I just need you to reach a ceiling that you don't believe you can go ahead and hit.
How's production increased as a result?
So I mean, our retention, we've seen go up about 5-10 points depending on the season. And then as well as on the outbound signs, it's helped us a lot. If you need 100 agents are there every single day. So it's been great, man.
Was it hard to adopt within the company? Do people have resistance towards it?
AI at first is pretty scary, man. You go ahead and introduce it to people. People were scared like, hey, it's gonna take my job. You go ahead and teach people the proper way to go ahead and use it and integrate things within it. They understand it and they're more comfortable with that.
Yo, we're futuristic, man. Look at we're talking AI with Doviglio Pagnoni from Providence. Representing, we're gonna be talking AI, we're gonna be talking about Medicare open enrollment, and we got the meta glass. We ain't messing around here. We're fucking serious, man. We're not delirious. We're at 1 hour sleep. No one's worried. We took these guys out to New York. We showed them the real New York. We didn't send them no fucking tours. We took them to murder scenes. We went to other spots people don't go to. It was like, what you think about that, man? Like, let me fit this shit off. How was your experience last time? Did you like the Stodelac LFG fucking tour of New York?
There's nothing like it, man. The Stodelac way, man, there's no other way, man. I had so much fun last night. I appreciate you taking me and my group out, man. Me and the team, we were talking about it today, man. It was just one of the best things we could ever experience. The high energy, the high level, the nonstop go, go, go. It's just, you can't get it anywhere, bro. So
you remember that. So check this out, guys. We took a big client out yesterday. Took him out to Sparks Steakhouse, right? It's where Sean Dougherty murdered Paul Castellano, who was the crime boss. I forgot the Genovese family, whatever. We got KG Rocker from Philly Road over there. We got celebrities walking by here. Ain't we messing around? So anyway, I can see. So anyway, what happened was that's where he got whacked. He whacked Castellano, some other dude, right? And then he took over. So Sean Dougherty became the boss. He was the boss of all bosses, man. He was the people's boss. Anyway, we went there. Then we went to some spots. We went to other borough type of shit. And you know what? Why go to a regular fucking dinner? Anyone can go to a Nobu. Anyone can go to fucking this place. You go to a place where people got murdered. And you gotta remember that. Have a good fucking steak. Then go to some other spot right afterwards where, you do a little dancing.
100%. There's no better spot to find out how to become a boss, right? And how to also watch your back. But that's awesome, man. No, bringing out big clients, teaching them what's up. I mean, you've been doing nothing but making a wave in the industry. You know what I mean? That's exactly what we want to go ahead and do.
Yeah.
Just looking at your podcast, how it grows, the viewers you bring in, the clientele, the people you talk to, some high level shit.
Yeah, I mean, appreciate that.
Which is awesome. And we want to go ahead and do the same thing. Obviously, we're in the Medicare space. We have the AI stuff going on. We're also trying to make waves in HI and other products, man. But what you're doing is nothing like it out.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Well, I don't want to talk about what you're doing because, listen, I had a buddy of mine come to my office in Aventura, I don't know, a month or so ago. And he you know what? So you need people that aren't just yes people. You need people to like shake you a little bit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So it's like, Dave, why are you doing like this? You're so old school. Yo, use ChatGPT for this, blah, 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 blah. And it blew my mind away how I was able, because, dude, I move fast. I don't like to waste fucking time. And meanwhile, I'm wasting time on dumb shit that the fucking AI could do, right? So I went to your office shortly afterwards, right? You guys have a big call center for over there, right? And I was amazed. You guys are doing some really cool stuff. You're requiring the call center agents to do a certain amount of time per day on AI, right? Is that right? Or
yeah. So I mean, we definitely are touching the AI space. I mean, the AI space is evolving every day. It's almost gotten so far ahead that it's hard to keep up. I need to go ahead and find somebody that could go ahead and do AI 24/7. But yeah, we're teaching our agents to go ahead and how to use AI, what questions to go ahead and ask, how to go ahead and create a bot within ChatGPT. But what we're really trying to do is really teach our admin. Hey, teach the AI how you do your job. Teach it to go ahead and help you. I'm gonna assist you. A lot of people are scared of it, thinking, hey, look, AI is gonna go ahead and take over the world. AI is gonna go ahead and take my job. And I'm like, hey, no, you're here to stay. I just need you to reach a ceiling that you don't believe you could go ahead and hit. I want to go ahead and pour into you and pour into the floor. And that's what we're here to go ahead and do. You know what I mean? I want to go ahead and pour into people that really want to learn, really want to understand. And Sean's the same way. When you went ahead and talked to him, we just want to, when we first opened up our agency, we went ahead and said, hey, look, what do we want to go ahead and do? And he's like, bro, I just want to have a ministry. I want to go ahead and be able to talk to people and give people the energy, the life that we have every day. And that's what you go ahead and do with the show. You know what I mean? You try to go ahead and share that energy, try to get people pumped. You're like, let's fucking go. Let's go ahead and get this thing going. And that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? So it's awesome.
No, you guys have great energy. I see that. I like coming in there. I shot a podcast with Sean there, and then we just started throwing stuff. It's just great. So I love that you have that environment there. And then the fact that you're using AI, like I never seen a call center use it the way you guys use. So do you have those stats? I think Sean told me something. What was the before and after before you integrated, and how's production increased as a result?
We have a couple different AIs. The first AI we really got into to go ahead and understand is the call center. So when we were trying to figure out the call center space, and we had call centers in the US, we had call centers in the Philippines, understanding metrics, how different they are, getting US-based agents and Filipino-based agents, even Colombian-based agents, working with you guys and trying to go ahead and figure that out. You went ahead and I'm like, hey, look, let's build an AI that could go ahead and be an agent, an outbound agent. It was something unheard of at the time, about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, building that up. And we got it to a place where, hey, look, a short form or data comes in saying, hey, look, this person needs to go ahead and talk to an agent. And the person's talking to that AI, getting to an agent being hey, look, Sally was such a great person to go ahead and talk to you. And the whole time you're talking to Sally, which was an AI. So that was the platform that I first started on. So being able to go ahead and initiate outbound calls that way through the AI has been awesome. It's started generating, I think, about 1,000 or 2,000 calls a day. We want to keep on pumping. I mean, we just don't have enough agents to go ahead and take that many calls. And then we also integrated an AI inside our CRM where our agents can go ahead and ask questions if they're stuck. Like, hey, look, what's the SEP for this zip code? They could go ahead and ask the AI, and the AI knows. It has the information to go ahead and help the agent succeed and make that sale happen. Then we also integrated AI in retention, where they go ahead and close a sale. The AI goes in and calls the person, hey, is everything all right? Is everything really good? And the person lets them know, hey, look, I'm struggling with medications, I have problems here, and it lets the agent know right away, hey, your client's struggling, can you go ahead and give them a call? Or, hey, look, your client's going to go ahead and cancel, can you go ahead and give them a call? So they have like a tier system of a priority system letting them know. So I mean, our retention, we've seen go up about 5-10 points depending on the season. And then as well as on the outbound side, it's helped us a lot. Working with our own data, getting away from just buying data, figuring out like other call centers, scared that your data is going to go ahead and go elsewhere. And AI is not going to go ahead and find another buyer. And AI is not going to go ahead and get sick. If you need 100 agents are there every single day. So it's been great, man.
So I don't know I remember when you first implemented it. We did some tests with you, I think, in the home improvement side.
Yep.
And you were tweaking it. Now it's a really robust. So congrats and hats off to you. When did it click with you? Like, I got to do this. I mean, what was the driving point?
I mean, I've always been a geek in tech. Growing up, I just always enjoyed like technical things when it came to technology. I was a gamer back in the day, bro. I enjoyed my little games, my little nerd group of friends, bro. I was like a jock that went ahead and I played football, but at the end of the day, I was with the guys at the table, skinny, talking video games, doing my thing. And then I think it just rolled over into business, man. I saw that AI was coming out. I'm like, hey, what can AI do? What is AI? And truly understanding it, I'm like, hey, look, we can go ahead and use it for these things.
Was it hard to adopt within the company? Did people have resistance towards it, or
like I said, AI at first is pretty scary, man.
Yeah.
You go ahead and introduce it to people, and like I said, people were scared, like, hey, it's gonna take my job, or it's gonna go ahead and take over the world.
Yeah.
But hey, man, as you introduce it and you teach people, so like anything, if you don't know about it, it's scary. You go ahead and teach people the proper way to go ahead and use it and integrate things within it. They understand it and they're more comfortable with it now. So
It's we both know Samar Hussein, right?
yep.
A great guy, man, very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
I think he was on John Castle's podcast, and he said something very interesting. People got the whole long misconception about call centers. Like, you say you're running a call center. No, you're running a fucking tech center is what it comes down to. And I think that you guys are a perfect example of that because you're utilizing technology to really collapse time frames and get more productivity, right? And I mean, it's a beautiful thing. And it's true. When he said that, like, you're right. Because I'm so used to doing shit old school, man, right? And man, all this technology, and I feel like you're one of the few call centers that's actually implementing it the way you are.
Yeah, man, I agree. I mean, Sean's always said it. I always say the process is beat hard work for breakfast, man. I mean, you go ahead and you figure out processes. You go ahead and integrate AI or tech into it, and you make user friendliness a thing. Just like the iPhone. Why does everyone go to the iPhone? For the most part, it's user friendly. Everyone knows it. It's a known brand, and that's exactly what you need to do with your company. Make it user friendly. Make sure they get that blue bubble. Make sure they feel part of the team, part of the family. And then you go ahead and you share it to the world. So
let me ask you, right? So you obviously very into much of the tech. These Meta glasses, man. I bought them like 2 months ago, and I didn't know how to use them. We were in Europe, right? I was in Europe, my family for about a month, and I didn't have a lot of meetings when I was in Europe. I deliberately did not schedule meetings, but there's one I forgot about, like a big meeting. And my assistant calls like, "Oh, Dave, we got this meeting in here." I'm like, "Motherfucker, I'm not gonna bicycle. I got my kids, man. Like I gotta be aware." And I'm like, "Yo, let me try these fucking things." So I put them on. Go. I had my meeting on these glasses.
that's wild.
And and it was a great meeting. Guy ordered more leads. Everything is good. And I was like amazed. I'm like, this shit is great. So Gary Vanderstruck said something interesting. He said, listen, right now we're all on our phones, right? He said, this is going to be the future. And I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You agree with that?
Yeah, man, 100%. I mean, Gary V's been ahead of it since the beginning. I've listened to that guy just when he first went ahead and got into the business, and everything he said is come into fruition.
Yeah, he's going ahead of the curve.
He's always been ahead of the curve. But when it comes to AI, I mean, it's something that no one could really understand how far it could go ahead. I mean, it's already at the point where it's becoming smarter than humans. Once it gets to that point, you can do anything with it. And great example with the glasses, man. Those glasses are crazy.
Yeah.
And then they're going to start having images on the glasses. I mean, you already saw Apple come out with the big goggles where you can go ahead and see the computer, the screens, and just like everything else, it starts getting smaller and smaller. And so then you'll have thin glasses where you can go ahead and have your meetings. You can see people, they can see you. It's going to be
Dude, this blew my, and this is like very early, the technology, right? So it's like it's infancy, but that time I was riding the bicycle, man, I had the meeting, and then I had a stock position. I don't know, I had a lot of options, right? Yeah. And the market was all over the place that day. And I was like, damn, I wish these glasses, instead of me having to go on my phone or like, look, I wish these glasses would tell me, but I guarantee you one day that's going to happen. In your glasses, you see your stock quotes, you're able to buy, sell stocks, do whatever.
It's everything now. It's going to be your assistant, right in your ear, right on your eyes, bro. It's going to be.
It is. It's great. So how did you, like, are there certain podcasts you listen to for AI or certain websites you go to? Like, how do you stay ahead of the curve?
Honestly, man, I use YouTube University, but YouTube has everything out there. I mean, I do listen to podcasts, but the podcast I listen to isn't always AI. I just listen to strong business owners, Gary V, PBD, that moved in next door to us.
Yeah.
So just guys like that you can go ahead and learn from. We teach you how to just be ahead of culture itself. Create culture, don't be part of the cultures. You know what I mean? So,
how old are you?
I'm 30.
Bro, 30-year-old CEO. When did you become CEO of the company?
3-4 years
Wow,
ago.
in your late 20s. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. And that you obviously, Sean, believe in you, obviously proved yourself to get there, right? And it just goes to show you. I think another reason I asked you your age is I feel like a lot of people your age, I talked with Nate Anslett about this, and I also got Blake. I don't know Blake and Nadine. A lot of younger generations kind of lost, man. They don't know what the fuck to do with their lives. They're talking more to GPT than they're talking to humans, right? They don't know how to talk to women, man. They can't. It's not fucking good, honestly. Like, no one's having babies, man. Like there's less sex going on, and what the fuck. So the bottom line is that, for someone like you, I think you're an inspiration to the younger generation. Hey, you can you can be focused. Work. Did you start out in the call center, or how'd you grow? What was your evolution? Right?
It's no, I mean, Dave, I appreciate that. I mean, yes, the evolution of the relationships. You understand? I mean, I'm an athlete. I'm a competitor. So I went ahead and started. I mean, my degree was in business. Ooh. Actually, funny story, man. I went from college. I played college football. I ended up doing and managing a pig farm with these guys.
A pig farm?
A pig farm.
Oh, I heard this.
Bro, a pig farm. It was nasty, sloppy, falling in shit. It was it was something I'd never see myself doing. But one thing I always believed in is I need to go ahead in order to grow. I need to get out of the country.
Yeah.
So I wasn't comfortable with it. I needed to understand what it was to go ahead and wake up, work hard.
This is in Florida, obviously.
No, this was up in Indiana. I also lived in Indiana.
You're a pig farm. I
was up in Indiana.
Wow.
Did that for like 6 months. And then finally said, you know what? I feel like I learned my lesson here. I was tired of the pig shit.
Yeah.
Moved down, got a position to Florida, at a European car place, got comfortable. When I feel comfortable and I get itchy, I'm like, I need to grow. I'm not growing here. Moved on. I said, I'm going to start my own business. Tried to figure out digital marketing, everything. And then, of course, as I'm trying to figure that all out, I run into Sean in the elevator. That I mean, cool cat, dark elevator, hoodie, his pants. I don't know if you know, but he was my 6th grade football coach.
Yeah.
So, bumped into him. It's been forever. And then he's just like, oh, man, what are you doing? I let him know that I was going to go ahead and start a sales position because I wanted to understand the culture and sales. Just because it's a good thing to go ahead and have. Be able to talk to people, be able to understand people. And then once you go ahead and do that, you could go ahead and sell them a product that and you understand what they need and turn around and get them going. But like I said, I bumped into Sean in the elevator, crew cat, glasses. There's like no light in the elevator. He's like, bro, you got to come check out marketing, what I do. And I look at him, I'm just like, I don't know what you do, man, but you look a little too sketchy for me, but it's great seeing you. And we go ahead and dap up and I walk away. But then we bump into each other again. And I'm like, you know what are you doing? He told me what he's up to. I realized that, dude, Sean's just laid back. He loves people. He could go ahead. He just wants to pour in the people, find a great team, which he's great at. You know what I mean? Finding, okay, you're good at this. I'm going to place you over here. And that's how you go ahead and create great teams. But that's how I got started into the business. Just bumping into Sean. I knew the sales part. He was a marketer. He's like, just sell my marketing. And let's go ahead and build a business. Instead of going ahead and selling Medicare supplements with them, got into Medicare Advantage, and then I understood the marketing side, and then we built an agency, and that's how we have Providence now. So it's kind of
again, hats off to you because again, I think a lot of the younger generation is kind of lost. They don't know what to do. And the economy's in a weird place right now too. So you got that. But I think with this tech, yeah, it's always, it doesn't matter what's not. You're right. It's always there.
That's how it's a weird place. I'm just saying, if you go ahead and create excuses, you're boxing yourself in.
I agree.
I don't know if you ever looked at, I looked at a Harvard study. They talked about a flea in a jar. And a flea in a jar, if you go ahead and put a flea born in a jar, right? And it goes out and leaps. A flea could jump a couple feet high. But if you go ahead and it's born in a jar, it could only jump up to the ceiling. And if it always thinks the ceiling's there, they open the jar up and let the flea loose. The rest of its life, it could only jump the size of that jar. He doesn't know his own ceiling. How do you go ahead and teach that? If you go ahead and make excuses or have a crutch, which I've kicked away all my life, you won't grow. And I realized if I'm the smartest guy in the room, I'm in the wrong move. And they're going to go ahead and move on. So yeah, I appreciate it.
Oh, that's freaking great advice. It comes out to your limiting beliefs and what it comes out to, right? So we talked about Medicare. Open enrollment, what's today? August 4th? Yeah. Is it a couple months, right?
It's coming there.
Yeah, so are you guys, there's been so many twists and turns with Medicare, CMS, all this crap, man, going on. It's like, are you guys excited? What's the deal?
I mean, I'm always excited, man. It's a building season. Everyone looks at it as a building season. You're bringing in a ton of people. You go ahead and see who's made for this market. I love the Medicare space. It's a feel-good product. You're actually finding products that are better for the person and putting them onto it. You have to go ahead and look at that client as your own grandma. You know what I mean? They're 65 and older. Some of them are trying to figure out what they're doing. They're a little scared because it's telephonic. Everything's new to them. And just like everything else, you have to make them feel comfortable. You have to go ahead and treat them like it's your grandmother, or imagine somebody else talking to your grandmother and putting them on a plan. You don't want to ruin their life.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, it's a feel-good product. The AAP is coming. Our agents are trained correctly to go ahead and bring these people on. And honestly, man, I love the culture of our room. It's high energy. It's almost like a family. So bringing more people into that family and be able to teach that culture once again and be able to bring people into something they've never seen before. Like people with degrees come into this like, wait, you could do this without a degree. You can make $1,500, $2,000, $4K, maybe even $6K. We had a guy made $6K during AAP season last year, and he's like, I'm never leaving the space.
Yeah.
But I mean, like
$6K in a week.
In a week, yeah. So to be able to offer that to people that don't have degrees and thinking, oh, I didn't go to college, I don't have a chance. And then you go ahead and be like, you don't need a degree. Can you talk? Yes. Are you good with people? Yes. Okay, I could go ahead and teach the rest. Then come in, let me show you what's up. And then that's what happens. So.
I love that. It goes back to what you're saying. Don't make excuses. There's always opportunities, pockets, right? Every day, I know the stat still holds true, but at one point, 10,000 people turn 65.
Yeah.
So that means they're eligible for Medicare now, right? So you got AI, you got this AI wave.
Yeah.
Listen, solar was hot for a while, renewable energy. Now it's not, but you got home improvement. Like there's always some money. So we're in New York City, the financial capital of the world right now.
Yes, sir.
I went to college here, proud to have gone to fucking college here during the dot-com bubble. The one thing I always realized being here, that the money always rotates. Doesn't fucking die. It goes somewhere else. It's moving all the time. So you got to kind of be aware where it's moving. Well, you're doing what's good. You're on YouTube University. You watch, you listen to the experts, Success Leaves Clues, right? They tell you what's going on. Gary Vaynerchuk's talking about these glasses that take over. Guess what? Look into some shit like that. How can you get involved? How can you get involved? I have a buddy who used to work for us. He got into a solar vertical, was doing great. Now it's going the other way. He's nervous. He wanted my advice. I'm like, bro, get into a fucking company, a publicly traded company. Bust your ass, you get some shares, it grows. There's people, you could be an employee, you could still make millions. You could be, look at NVIDIA.
Yeah.
How many 100% people became millionaires working in NVIDIA, janitor, more like what's $15 million, billionaires, right?
Great.
So you have to find out like those morsels, where they're at. And that's by living here in New York, I saw it. I lived here during the dot-com bubble, and I saw all these little pockets. It blew my mind away. For someone that grew up poor as fuck, right across the river in Newark, New Jersey. Like, for me to see that it blew my mind away. Like, there's so much fucking money out there. It doesn't matter what's going on in the economy. So you don't like what's going on in America? Go fucking make money in England. I just came in Europe. They got all these different markets going on over there. Australia, mini America over there, right? Like, there's so much you can do. So I love that you said that because it's really true.
I appreciate it, Dave. And then I'm super excited, dog.
I know it resonates. One thing I love that you guys are doing too within Medicare, going back to the seniors. Listen, we all know, and we're in South Florida, right? There are a lot of fucking scammers going on in this, right? I've read at one point, I think, I don't know this 30, like I think every year, Florida, senior citizens in Florida get ripped off $30 million. They fall victim $30 million a year at scams, right?
Yep.
So you're dealing with, like you say, you're dealing with a lot of seniors. You want to think of that person you sold to your grandma, how you do want to treat them. And then I love that you guys are following up. You have an age and you have AI following up with them to make sure they feel okay. And that's going to help the retention. Because we all know Medicare, all insurance products, it's a revolving door. So you want to keep the lawyer, right?
Yeah.
How does that help? You see the stats, like the retention go up?
Yeah, like I said, since doing that, we've seen it go up 5 to 10 points. You know what I mean? And then we went ahead and changed the process with their agents as well. Like, hey, look, we're only going to pay you if it goes ahead and stays on the book. So they're constantly making sure, like, hey, look, let me make sure I take care of this person. At first, like when first getting into the industry, there was a lot of U64 groups getting in. And like I said, scammers that want to go ahead and really don't care about the client. They go ahead and just throw it to the wall. Let me just go ahead and throw you onto this plan. It's not better for the person. And you go ahead and see that this person is stuck on a plan that has ruined their life for that year. They can't go ahead and get the medications they need. They can't go ahead and see the doctor they need. And so teaching how to care for people, honestly, I mean, you see some of the people in this space. I remember about 2 years ago when the hurricane hit Fort Myers, yep. And then we went ahead and first thing we did was like, hey, look, the hurricane just hit Fort Myers. We're going to shut down the office. We're going to pay everybody, but we're going to go ahead and pick up vans, go to Fort Myers, and we taught everybody to go ahead and help communities up in Fort Myers. So we're helping old ladies out of attics, bro. And I got goosebumps just now just thinking about it. I know what I mean? I remember I was going in and I really didn't care, but sewage got up and you could see claw marks on the walls. Wow. Like people just trying to survive and just bring them out of the attics and being able to move stuff out of the house, being able to move things so that they could get out of their house. I mean, they're like, hey, look, man, it was a scary time. We're talking about like watching bodies float down the street. And then everybody since that day was just like, bro, that went ahead and taught me, like, I need to care for other people. You don't know what the other person's going through. When someone comes through my door and if they're selling bad or anything, like, hey, what's going on in your life? It's not, hey, you need to sell better, or hey, you need to go ahead and actually care about the person. And that's what a lot of them learned on that trip. So that Fort Myers trip changed the lives of a lot of our agents and even me myself, man. It was nuts. I was full of crap, just moving stuff that I didn't care. I'm like, we need to get these PK propelled. So like, it was an awesome trip.
Yeah, it puts things in perspective, right? I think it also builds culture. If you're with your neighbor, your buddy in a next to you in a cubicle, and you helping really impact people's lives, and then when you talk to them on the phone, they probably tells his wife, his girlfriend about, hey, I did this. You feel better, right? Because you give, man.
It's feel good product. Yep.
That's good. Well, listen, that's a testament to the culture you built, the organization. Yeah, I love that. I'm close by. I go to your office once in a few weeks. Oh, we got the podcast studio in there. We got the LFG podcast studio in the office. We're almost done. We got a few final touches there. We did our first virtual one. Yeah. So that was cool. That was good. But man, good stuff. How can people learn more about you, man?
I mean, just find us on LinkedIn. You go ahead and look up Providence or Providence Senior Care. You could go ahead and see our products, what we go ahead and do. If you're an agent out there that's also looking at this or watching this, man, just hit up the page. You can go ahead and see, find my name. You can go ahead and write me a message. I'll make sure you respond back, or Sean. If you're on the marketing side, you can go ahead and hit up our CMO, Matt, and we'll hook you up. We make sure we treat you like family. So I appreciate it.
Great team. I know this from example, from my experience. Also, guys, if you like what you're hearing here, we drop a lot of knowledge, a lot of nuggets here. Make sure you're subscribing. Subscribe. The more you guys are subscribed, the more we can grow. Helps you out. Like and subscribe. Comment. Even if you don't like this shit, tell me to go fuck myself. I don't care. Go on there. We got a guy, you don't like our shit. He fucking fights there all the time, man. Yeah. Whatever. Help. We're going to keep growing. We want to get these bigger. We want to get Gary Vee on this motherfucking show. How we need
Gary Vee, let's go. Get on this. Let's fucking go, Gary. Fucking do this show.
All right, let's go, man. Good having you on your show, Dovey. Peace.
Get ready to level your shit up with the LFG Show. We travel the globe to bring you heavy hitters from all walks of life. We've been talking some serious business, from the best digital marketers, government contracting experts, to top athletic and celebrity doctors. We've got it all covered. We're talking to guys with cash in for billions with a B. And the best thing is, we're just getting started. So hold on tight. We're about to crank it up a notch. Get ready for next level networking and masterminds within the LFG community. Scared money don't make no money or honey. Hit the subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment, and let's fucking go.